Nice to have your company as always. Time to wind the clock back to a magnificent fast bowling spell from the summer of 92-93. It occurred during the fifth test, the final test of the summer between Australia and the West Indies and the Windies. They were on a rampage to take the Sir Frank Worrell Trophy out of Australia's grasp again, and Ian Bishop did all the work on the last innings. He took a magnificent 6 wickets. Take a look at this. The first wicket, Steve Waugh.
That's popped up and he's gone. Off the shoulder of the black, in the air. And so Stephen Waugh is out for a duck, caught in the gully. And oh dear, Australia here really struggling.
Yes, Stephen Waugh hasn't really been handling the short pitch balls throughout the season very well. This time again hitting very high up on the bat. Not quite the handle, but very high up on the bat, just lobbing to Gus Logie. Very simple catch that for Gus Logie. Ian Bishop celebrates.
In the air and out. Well, he's backed away, trying to play that shot of his again, where he backs away and smashes it over the top or square. Well, that's been a pretty ordinary performance by Mark Waugh. I can't say that I've ever seen him struggle quite as much as he has in this dig. Well, that's the end of him.
Yes, and they needed that, the West Indies, and it was a pretty good delivery. He bowled stump to stump, cramped him up a bit, and tried to cut it away, didn't get over the top, and Richardson, at a wide-ish fourth-slip position, took the catch.
That's bowled him. Absolutely beaten in flight there. A little bit of swing for Ian Bishop. Maybe it cut back a little bit or caught an inside edge of the bat. David Boone seemingly playing over the top of it, and that really does put a dent in Australia's hopes.
Ian Bishop really striking back here for the West Indies. Well pitched up, right through the gap. Just a slight movement in towards the batsman there. But it was one of the few deliveries that have been well pitched up this morning. Going right through the gap. David Boone the pass for a well played 52. Bowled Bishop. Australia now 5 for 95.
And he's played on, and that's a pair for Alan Border. And Australia are just about down and out.
Alan Border playing on that one off the inside edge. Not a very convincing stroke. He didn't seem to be too positive with his stroke play there. Just off the inside edge onto the stump. Not a great deal of movement there for Ian Bishop, but certainly a very good line. Alan Border leaving that gap, hitting the inside edge onto the stump, and Daddles again works.
Oh, that's out, caught behind. Magnificent delivery, that one. 5 wickets in the innings, and that ball seemed to me to nip away off the seam towards the slip cordon. It hit the outside edge of the bat and ended up going straight to the keeper.
Well, that's number 5 for Ian Bishop and number 8 for the match for the Junior Murray, the wicket keeper. And Junior Murray now with 19 catches for the series. That was a really good delivery. A bit of bounce and a bit of movement off the seam. Ian Healy is gone for 27. It's 9 for 170. First slip. Brian Lara knocks it up and takes it. So Ian Bishop picks up 6 wickets, his best bowling figures in Test cricket. The West Indies have won the series and they retain the Frank Worrell Trophy.
There's an excellent performance there by the West Indies team. Coming back from one test match down, going into the test match in Sydney with 503 runs on the board and being in a position of 23 for 3 and fighting back from then on. A very good performance by all concerned.